My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent. I was a teaching instructor when I was there. Welcome to my YouTube station. I make these short to get in and out. You don't need all the fluff that's people try to do, put on this big audio short. It's like your Cecil B. DeMille. Listen, at the end of the day, IRS is a policy statement. The policy is P5133. Sounds for policy. Look it up yourself. If you've never filed a tax return or haven't filed in 30, 10, 8 years, you only have to file the last 6 years. Now, the policy states that IRS has the option, if they wish, to go into. Remember, this is a policy, not the law. The law requires you to file all your tax return. But in what cases would IRS say, I want more than 6? Well, I would be one of those persons who would say, I want more than 6. Yes, little old me would break that policy and saying, I'm going to go ahead and enforce the law. So you may want to ask, why would somebody like me go ahead and break the policy statement and say, I want more? Very simple. When I worked my cases, I would get what's called a TDI investigation. I'd get TDAs, TDIs. A TDA was someone who had an open assessment that I was to collect, seize, do whatever I can to collect the money. The TDI was an investigation to pick up tax returns. Well, back in the day, if I seen that you had assets, you didn't file your returns, but you had assets to pay off the tax liability, I'd go to places. They had RVs, they had a boat, they had a business. It was obvious to me. They had a nice house with a lot of equity. It was obvious to me they had the money to pay the tax liability. Then I enforced the fact that I didn't want to keep the policy 5-133 in effect. I wanted to go back and I wanted more tax returns, and I would determine which tax returns I wanted you to start. So I was one of those people who would break the policy to go out and want more tax returns. So IRS can enforce that. They can say, I'm not keeping the policy in this case, and they will. It's obvious. You just do a lot of due diligence on people. If you know where they live, you know they have a boat, they have a business, and they just didn't file. Yeah, something like that gets under your skin. So anyway, if the IRS does that, it'd be somebody like me that did that. Can you fight it? Not really. You're not going to be able to fight that. That revenue officer makes the last decision because of something. But you remember that revenue officer has talked to the manager about the case, and they will present to them the argument. Because breaking the policy is something you not normally do. So they don't do that randomly. A revenue officer like me would have done due diligence. If you've got an IRS problem, I know IRS better than anyone you know. So give me a call, give me a subscription, share this with somebody in case they're having problems with IRS. I know what the hell I'm talking about. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.